me hot. Yeah. Tell me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk, we're always on the mark. Shyne, man, Jason in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for hanging with a brother. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here. I have no complaints today. The only thing I'll say is Dexter Stuckey will not be joining Blue Sky. That's all I'll say.
Why are you not joining Blue Sky?
I will not. I'm a grown man with a child. I am not joining another.
I'm a grown man with
platform.
2 childs. Okay.
Well, by the time you get to the second one, it's like whatever, you know. But like for me, with the one, I am not going to join Blue Sky. I cannot.
You don't even have the child
platform.
yet. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, I'm having one.
Well, hold on. That's like claiming Father's Day before the baby come out. You can't do that.
I did celebrate Father's Day this year.
You ain't do nothing. Like, what you mean? You don't get no right to be no father. Tyler God, what up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Do you think you can celebrate Father's Day before the baby comes out?
Yeah.
No, you cannot. What are you talking about? You have to earn that. You have to go through raising the child at least for a year.
No, you don't. You can celebrate Father's Day, get your little stupid child.
Eric, what up? Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for being a guest.
What's good, man? I said, what's good with y'all, man? Ain't nothing.
Now, do you think you can claim Father's Day if, in fact, the baby is still in the woman's stomach?
Yeah, because I might not be somebody's father, but I'm always somebody's daddy. So,
do we leave? What did he say? Sorry, he broke up for me. Did he say something?
He said, I may not be somebody's father, but I'm always somebody's daddy.
Oh, okay. That's how you feel?
That's how I feel.
Okay. Well, at least you got one person to agree with you. I don't agree. We have a packed show for you guys tonight. And just so you guys know, programming note, this is the last Bro Talk Live of the season. It's a regular episode. Of course, we'll have the Bro Talk Awards coming up on December 10th. So mark your calendars for that. And we'll have a nomination special the week before as well, where Dex and friends. I'm not going to say who all is going to be here because, who knows who's going to show up. But Dex and I will be here to run down the nominees for the Bro Talk Live Awards. And after the awards, we'll also have a special show where we'll be recapping all of our clips from the year. I have to count. I think we did 28 episodes, so 28 times 4. That's about 104 clips that we've put on the show throughout the year. So we're definitely going to get those off in a special episode a little bit later on. With that being said, let's kick it over to the politics. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Politics as usual.
Don't forget, let us know that you're here. Hit us up at Bro Talk Live on Twitter, and also hop in the comments on your favorite social media site, if it's YouTube or Facebook, and we will get your comments up on the screen. I need to redo that graphic too, because I guess Trump has. Are we going to say Trump's won the election at this point? Are we giving up?
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, we're not demanding any recounts anymore. We're done.
No, pretty much.
What you got?
It's over with.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't like this though. I want to keep fighting. I see why the Republicans was fighting 4 years ago, because I cannot believe that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about one of the most controversial issues looming as we gear up for the Trump administration's return: birthright citizenship. Now, let's be clear. Trump hasn't said recently that he'll try to end this constitutional right, which is the 14th Amendment. But there's plenty of reason to believe that it's on his agenda. Here's why. First, during the campaign, Trump doubled down on his promise to reinterpret, quote unquote, the 14th Amendment, calling it misused. And he's already floated an executive order to require at least one parent to be a citizen or a green card holder for a child to get automatic U.S. citizenship. He's also said that he's ready to use the military for mass deportations. Yeah, that's right. The military. He's going to use the military to kick people out of the country. Here's the plan. Stephen Miller, one of Trump's key advisors, is designing a system to detain undocumented immigrants in massive holding facilities, so think camps, and the Department of Defense is expected to play a role in moving millions of people. And while officials like Tom Homan, the new border czar, claim this is about getting the bad guys, let's be real, this has massive implications for families, local communities, and even our economy. So here's what I want to take this. We all know the human toll here, families torn apart, legal challenges left and right. But is there any way this move could actually benefit the country, or is this chaos just waiting to happen? Ty, let's start with you. What do you think?
This what he's talking about. This is Trump. It's chaos waiting to happen. This is insane. It's like absolute insanity. He's gonna have concentration camps everywhere. This is going to be a very, very bad moment in history if this plan actually goes through.
So there's no good side to this at all. Eric, as someone who you admit you're not as versed in politics, as someone who is just on the streets here, like just consuming this for the first time, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea to kick the people who do all the jobs Americans don't want to do out of the country?
First, before I give my take, I'm gonna need Dex to say the disclaimer for the show.
Oh, Dex, go ahead.
The views and opinion of Eric do not constitute or represent those of Bro Talk Live or the rest of us.
There we go.
All
Ty,
right.
are we good? Oh, we gotta check our compliance officer. Ty, are we good?
We'll see what comes out. we may have
Okay,
to
let's
touch-
start. Okay, let me start with my take. First of all, they can start with my neighbors across the street because it's like 15 of them living in the house. How do I feel about the 14th Amendment? I used to have some kind of feelings for the Spanish American people in our country.
It's not just them though.
Yeah, but 54% of them voted for Trump, so all of them can go. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
All of them can go, in my opinion, man. They can start list to me. You know how many times I've been on the phone with ICE calling about my neighbors across the street?
Hold up. You've been calling ICE on your neighbors?
Man, I call ICE on my neighbors across the street, bro. It's like 15 of them in there. They always having siestas on Saturdays. It's crazy over there, man. It's crazy.
Ty, are we still good? Ty, are we still good? You're not good.
Yeah, look, you might have to mute me because recycling day on Friday mornings, man, you should see how many Corona boxes is outside on the curb waiting to get picked up. They can start with my neighbors across the street.
That's how I feel. Look, there's a take. Dex, you wanted this. This is the energy you wanted on the show. This is the energy you wanted on the show.
You know, one time I said this show is just not toxic enough for me, and Jason said, "Well, let me fix this," and he just poured a whole thing of hot sauce on the show.
I warned you. Okay.
I ain't finished. I ain't finished either, man.
Yeah, I think you are. No, I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay.
I think we're good for now. Ty, what do you?
They be over there stealing electricity. They be over there stealing electricity and everything, man. They terrible.
What do you mean
man.
stealing? They gotta pay for it, don't they?
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. They got one of them orange cords out their window, stealing electricity from the neighbor next to them, man. They be doing all kinds of wild stuff over there, bro. And I live in the suburbs.
I can't speak to your experience. I cannot speak to your experience. So,
I don't even live in the hood. I live in the suburbs, bro. And they terrible over there, man.
Okay.
They can go. They can start with my neighbors across the street too. You better shut me up because I'll give their address on this one.
Dex, do you think this is going to be good for the economy? Because Ty thinks it's going to tank the economy. We was talking about this in the text messages.
I'll put it this way. I feel like if you pull a stunt like this, you have to show where it benefits other people. And like there's no way they're going to do a mass deportation and have it fail. So even if it doesn't directly benefit the economy, I think they'll show us that it did. Like they'll show us that look, prices are down, crime is down, there's more homes available. Like they'll do something or show us something that says like, look, this worked out. I don't think they're going to do something this extreme and be like, well, we failed, because you can't fix that.
Literally, that's exactly what Trump would do. This is what he did with the wall. And the other
Well, I
thing,
just never mentioned again, but this to me is more extreme than the wall was. The wall was, I think the issue with the wall, it was dehumanizing, but also it was a financial thing. With this one, you literally are rounding people up and just tossing them out of the country. Like, I don't necessarily think that is
using if you're gonna put the country in what's called a state of emergency and use military force basically on the ground in American cities doing mass deportations, the cost to that is actually probably more than, I know it's more than the cost of building the fake wall.
We don't know that. We don't know how much the wall would have cost. It never got done.
We were having all those protests, and like the military was like enforcing all those curfews and all other stuff. Like that's what we're talking, like crazy.
Except it won't be just threats of them doing it. These people are going to knock people's doors in, grab them, and toss them out of like this is going to be extreme. Like, I don't necessarily think it's going to look good, and I don't think people are going to feel good about it, but I do think that they're going to make this sound good for us. Yeah, and like there will be homes available too.
I mean, it's going to be totally different too. As well, see on CNN, they show you the little piece of the wall. They're actually going to be showing the military actually going to people's houses, rounding people up, putting them in concentration camps per se, and just putting them on planes and boats and trains and getting them up out of here, man. That's going to be a lot traumatizing to a lot of people in America.
Well, I can tell you one thing: there will not be one video of the military deporting anybody on this side of the color palette.
But I also think
I
think with Brandon Carr being named like the FCC director, I don't think we would see that. I think they're going to make it where it's like, sure, this is happening, we'll tell you about it, but the media is not going to be allowed to cover this the way that they should.
But it's 2024, Dex. Everybody got a camera phone,
and include if they don't, drones exist. These will be caught on camera. I guarantee you.
But what are the penalties though? If like the government is like, you're not allowed to see this. We want you. I think we're so
there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I can record outside. What are you talking about? I can record outside.
Okay, but like, are you ready to deal with the consequences of that? Right now, there's no consequences. But if they start
round his ass up too,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you think we're thinking like normal. We're not thinking like what these people are looking or potentially looking to do.
All right, let's move on. Just because I have a lot to get to. Let's get into another story dealing with the Trump administration. His new cabinet lineup is shaping up to be just as unconventional and controversial as you expect. So far, it's a mix of white people, loyalty, and eyebrow-raising choices. We've got Dr. Mehmet Oz, tapped to oversee Medicare and Medicaid. Imagine that. Yes, TV's Dr. Oz, who's been criticized for promoting questionable medical treatments and his willingness to sacrifice kids and get them back into schools.
The opening of schools may only cost us 2 to 3% in terms of total mortality. And, that's any life is a life lost. But to get every child back into a school where they're safely being educated, being fed, and making the most out of their lives with a theoretical risk in the backside, it might be a trade-off some folks would consider.
He said that. Imagine what he's willing to do to Medicare. And someone I'm sure we'll hear a lot from for the next 4 years, Caroline Leavitt, a 27-year-old Trump loyalist, will be the youngest press secretary in history. So she's the one we're going to be getting all the crazy reports from in the press room. But here's where it gets even weirder. Matt Gaetz, Trump's pick for attorney general, top cop in the U.S., is battling allegations of misconduct, including claims of paying for sex with minors. Then there's Pete Hegseth, a former Fox News host, tapped for Secretary of Defense, who has criticized women in combat, saying he doesn't want them fighting in combat, and reportedly settled a sexual assault accusation. And let's not forget RFK Jr., Trump's choice for Secretary of Health and Human Services, known for his anti-vaccine stance and claims about poison in our food and water. Kennedy has pushed, as we know, unproven theories that many say could undermine public health. But Trump says Kennedy is the man to take on the illness industrial complex. But most notably, none of the blacks for Trump that stumped for him on the campaign trail have gotten anything. Tim Scott, Mark Robinson, Ben Carson, Herschel Walker, Byron Donalds, Dex's evil Republican twin, evil Dex, and a name from the blast from the past, Daniel Cameron. We haven't heard about him for a long time. None of them receiving zilch, nada from the Trump administration. So, that takes me here. Do you guys feel bad for any of the blacks that didn't get anything? And who, if any, do you see not making it past the Senate confirmations? RFK, Dr. Oz, Hedge Seth. What do you guys think?
Matt Gaetz for sure. I saw also right before we jumped on, Linda McMahon was named the Department of Education.
Linda was in the administration before, so she might actually get passed.
But before, Linda was in there for small business. Yeah. Now they've moved her over to the Board of Education. That makes no sense.
Which is not going to exist in a couple of years.
Well, now you see why they gave it to her. And I think that I was assuming that they would give someone, more well-versed in education like Herschel Walker that position. I was expecting Linda McMahon to be, in charge of education, but I don't see a lot of these picks. And I'm also curious why Rudy Giuliani wasn't, where's he at? Why is he not chief of staff?
He's broke now, and he's gotten put out to the pasture. Trump is done with him. He's also done with the basket of the blacks. He doesn't need them anymore. Matt Gaetz he's going to throw him under the bus very, very soon, because that investigation is mounting, and he's
expeditiously
under the bus. I think the rest of these guys are going to get through, though. To be honest with you,
I don't know about the Elon Musk of it all, though. That I'm not sure about, and the fact that you named somebody
he doesn't need confirmation. That's the no confirmation side.
An advisor.
So the two lists on the screen on the left is the people that require Senate confirmation, and on the right are the people who have no confirmation. They're just
I didn't know
named.
that. Wow.
These people are set in stone. They're named.
Like Elon Musk, man, he's terrible. He doesn't need to be confirmation to get in.
Nope, he is the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, a new office that the Trump administration is proposing. What they'll do is end up slashing a lot of government agencies. So
but how would that not need confirmation?
He's going to do it with the power of the president. So he's really acting as an advisor, and then Trump's going to actually do the act. Elon Musk is just going to advise.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell him what to do.
Recommend. Yeah. Recommend.
Yeah. I mean, and the black people that you had that was backing Trump anyway, we don't care about them. We don't support them anyway.
What do you mean? They put their head out, they put their neck out in order to support Trump, and he's not going to get them.
We could care less about any of them. Herschel Walker.
Tim Scott got married to a woman because of Trump. That's what that happened.
Man, we could care less about any of them. Wasn't Ben Carson was already on his cabinet last term, right?
Yeah.
Yep, he was head of housing and urban development formerly.
Right.
So
not just
a surgeon is in charge of HUD. That's
guy hires in this one.
Eric, as a sports fan, how do you feel about Herschel Walker being the head of the Department of Education?
Well, I'm the oldest person on this podcast, but Herschel Walker ain't been he's terrible, man. He can't even read. I don't know even why they would even consider him. Have you ever heard him talk publicly? He can't even read off the teleprompter correctly.
So I thought it made sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess you could put him in there. You know how they say a bunch of room full of smart dummies. I mean, he fit right in. It's just a whole bunch of smart dummies. So,
two dummies looking at each other saying exactly.
Look, they'd be like, you never want to be the smartest person in the room. And Herschel's like, pick me.
Yeah, right. definitely.
I'll never be the smartest.
All right, let's move to a bold move that could redefine the Ukraine-Russia war and the U.S.'s role in it. President Biden last week authorized Ukraine to use U.S.-supplied long-range missiles to hit deep inside Russia territory. And here's the twist. Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, has already warned that such a move will be considered direct U.S. involvement in the war, and actions would be taken because of that. With Donald Trump soon set to take office, This raises serious questions about timing, strategy, and potential consequences. Here is what Putin had to say.
Если это решение будет принято, это будет означать не что иное, как прямое участие стран НАТО, Соединенных Штатов, европейских стран в
If the
войне
decision
на
was
Украине.
made, it would mean direct
Это их
involvement
прямое
from the
участие.
U.S. or the
И
European
это
Union.
уже,
This,
конечно,
their direct participation, and
существенным
this, of
образом
course,
меняет
changes
саму
the
суть,
very
саму
essence
природу конфликта.
and the very nature
Это
of
будет
the
означать,
conflict. It
что
will mean that
страны НАТО, США,
NATO
европейские
countries
страны
and the United States and
воюют с
European
Россией.
countries
А
are at
если это так,
war with Russia.
то,
And if this is the case,
имея в
then
виду
bearing in
изменение
mind
самой
the
сути,
change in the very nature of the conflict,
мы будем
we
принимать
will make
соответствующие
appropriate
решения,
decisions
исходя из
based
тех
on the
угроз,
threats
которые нам будут
that will be posed to us. That was for the podcast listeners. Sorry, I just wanted to translate so they weren't confused about what the hell he was saying. Look, in a high stakes decision, Biden, before he's out of office, has given Ukraine the green light to blow Russia the hell up with long range missiles known as ATACMs for strikes deep inside Russia. This is a significant policy shift as the U.S. previously limited these weapons to defense use near the front lines. Now, these stakes couldn't be higher. Russia, now reinforced by the backing of North Korea troops and weapons, has escalated its tactics, targeting Ukraine's power grid ahead of winter. So they're trying to freeze them out. Ukrainian President Zelensky has long argued that without these missiles, his country cannot respond effectively to Russia's aggression. But there's more to this story. Putin, once again, has warned that this could be an escalation of the war, and he's threatening World War III. Guys, do you think Biden... actually, before we get to that, I do want to report something else on Biden, because this decision became public the same day that Biden decided to take his butt over to Brazil and promise an additional $50 million to protect the Amazon rainforest. He called the rainforest the lungs of the world and urged global leaders to act before it was too late. Had this whole great speech. But Biden's trip didn't just make headlines for this climate change message. It's also drawing attention for an odd moment after his speech. Cameras caught Biden wandering into the Amazon rainforest shortly after concluding his speech. Where was he walking? Where was he going?
Get some fresh air.
Just dive into the forest. That's what he was going to do.
You better get snatched up.
Critics are pissed that he authorized the strike and then hightailed it to Brazil and took no questions. For now, Biden's move is seen as a way to strengthen Ukraine's position before Trump takes the reins in a couple of months. But with the limited supply of these missiles and the threat of Russian escalation like a nuke, the question remains, does Biden actually change the game for Ukraine, or does this risk pulling U.S. into World War III and him wandering off into the sunset? What do you guys think?
Well, remember when over the summer people were like, Joe Biden is not fit to be the president. Like, he should not be running anymore. Like, he has to stop running. It is time for Kamala Harris or anybody else to step up. It cannot be Joe. And like, we jumped on that, right? And we made him, forced him to drop out of the election. But I don't think we realized that in the process of him dropping out of the election, he's still currently the president. Yeah, and if he would do it for another 4 years, he's not fit to do it currently. And we did nothing about that. And that's why we are where we are now. Good luck to us.
Good luck to us. Ty, World War III, you think we're on the precipice?
I'm not concerned with Russia right now. I really don't think that they want any smoke with the U.S. So,
especially when they've already won the election, right?
You continue to be in war with whom you are in war. Don't try to like you can barely handle that situation. So I know you're not looking for another situation.
So what you're saying is that they should tolerate whatever bombs come their way for the next 2 months.
They're gonna have to eat it. They're gonna
have to eat it for the next 2 months.
He's gonna have to wait for Trump and hope that it stops, because he's gonna have to eat it. There's nothing he can do.
But I mean, realistically speaking, we've been sending money to Ukraine for over a year at this point.
Well,
Like
2 years, yeah.
why wouldn't you? If you really were that mad at us, you were going to do something to us. You should have done it when we sent that first check over there and told you that we sent the check over there. For me, that would have been like, oh, you trying to escalate this because why?
Money over there, you should have got us.
Yeah.
Well, he thought it was for humanitarian aid, but he's saying this is a direct involvement.
So was them? You think we were sending billions of dollars over there for you to go to Chipotle?
Eric, do you think this is the thing of Biden being petty right before Trump comes to office and having Trump deal with a beef between the U.S., quote unquote, and Russia?
I really think Joe Biden is just senile. He's just out of his mind. He don't really understand. At this point, I really don't. I really think he doesn't really understand what he's doing. I think they just push him out there and just hope for the best with him. But you already know that Putin called Donald Trump and was like, "Look, man, I won you the elections. Don't play with me." You know what I mean? So
100%.
you already know how that phone call went. He made his public announcement, to the press or whatever. But best believe he's already made a phone call to Donald Trump and was like, "Look, I got you the election. Don't play with me, boy." So
that makes sense. I mean? Because Trump has already come out and said he said that money going to Ukraine, that's over with. We're not doing that no more.
Yeah, I mean, because Putin won.
And what has Joe got on? This is how you know something ain't right with him. He ain't even button his top button up.
Right.
He's in. What you mean? He's in the tropics.
Yeah, but like don't do that.
He's swagged out.
I mean, he could at least put a beetle. He at least could have put a beetle on or something, man. You know what I mean? He over there with bad chest. You don't know what
he got the Riz. Yo, you lucky he ain't got no taco meat out. He rizzed up right now. Like,
Yo,
he don't even
crazy.
Like he don't even he don't even got the little lapel pin on. Like he's out here stunting.
Yeah. Joe,
look, I feel him. He's basically retired. Like this is a vacation for him. Like he don't got worried about. I mean, but basically he is. He's a lame duck president. He retired. It is what it is.
I'm gonna come save the country real quick, please.
Look, I'm tired of y'all trying to make black people save the country. Y'all had y'all chance to make black people give her a job, and y'all chose not to do it.
Yeah, but now she's the vice president. It is literally your job now to get this man.
Y'all didn't want me to be the vice president. Y'all wanted me to be the president.
I mean, literally, she could have stepped in and was like, "He's unfit. Step down, Joe. Let me have these last couple months."
Nope. Y'all ain't want her to have the months.
If you can't even control Joe right now, where he's wandering into rainforests, you probably didn't deserve my vote.
Oh, stop it! Don't do that.
You can't do nothing now. If you're not doing nothing right now with Joe, what were you gonna do for the next 4 years?
Y'all need to stop blaming black people for white people's stuff. Okay, this is Joe's decision, and stop blaming Kamala for it. She don't got nothing to do with it. No, you need to stop.
Her job to control Joe Biden.
It is not her job.
Literally, you're the vice president.
No,
that is definitely not her job.
Not her job. I know there's black jobs for a lot of things, but that's not one of them. Okay,
that is her black job to control Joe Biden.
Tap his shoulder and lead him out of the forest, letting him like, Joe, not that way, honey.
I know we gotta move on. But are you telling me that it was okay for Kamala to take his spot running for president of the United States for 2025? It was okay for her to take that spot, but it's not okay for her to be responsible for him currently. She took the spot because he was unfit. And now
not because he's currently unfit. She took the spot because he will be unfit come January 20th, 2024.
What are we, psychics? We decided that currently he's okay, but in the future, we gotta watch that.
Prognostication.
We don't think him doing another 4 years. How old will he be at the end of his 4 years?
But I didn't think he could do another 4 months.
193 years old.
Joe also can't do another 4 months.
Look, he don't got to. All he gotta do is 2. We good.
Okay.
We Gucci. All right, let's get to the scoop. All right. Did you guys watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight?
Wasted my time.
No, it was lagging.
It was really bad. Really bad streaming experience there. But look, it was the fight everybody was talking about. Jake Paul, the internet sensation turned boxer, took on Mike Tyson, the heavyweight legend. On paper, it sounds like the all clash of errors, but when a 27-year-old goes toe-to-toe with a 58-year-old, it raises a lot of eyebrows. Was this another boxing match or just another reality show moment disguised as sport? Let's get into it. Let's be real. Tyson hasn't been in prime fighting shape for years. He's been dealing with some serious health issues, including nearly dying just months before this fight. And Jake, he's at his peak, faster, stronger, and with a lot to prove. So was this match ever just about sportsmanship, or was it all about a big money grab? Because spoiler alert, both men walked away with tens of millions of dollars while Netflix set a betting record for boxing. But was the audience duped into thinking this was a fair fight? Here's where things get just a little bit messy. If you guys didn't see the fight, at the end of the fight, there was a point where I think it was like 15 seconds or so left in the fight, and I'll show the clip here in a second, where Jake Paul just reached out, actually just bowed his head to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson had a chance to knock him the hell out. And again, this is a sanctioned boxing match. This is something that's going to go on each of their records.
No, it's
so
an exhibition.
It was a little puzzling. No, but it was sanctioned. It was official. It was an official match. It was going to count on both of their records. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was both of their records. It's going on. So Mike Tyson has an extra loss on the record because of Jake Paul. And when you think about it, he could have avoided that, but instead he decided to do this. Oh, sorry. Let me make this full screen. There we go. So look, I mean, a lot of people are looking at that funny and saying, "Hey, this is supposed to be a real boxing match," and I paid my $9.99 for Netflix to watch this, and this wasn't an actual fight.
You wish Netflix was $9.
I know.
You're right. You're right. It's a little. It's what is it? 15 now? It's something crazy.
Netflix. I feel like I paid just as much as for Netflix as much as they got paid for this fight. 20 million.
And let's not forget the optics. A young white viral star punching it out with a black legend who's decades past his prime. And of course, that white viral star happens to be a Trump fan. Fans expected the drama, but the fight felt more like a stunt. And now Jake Paul is facing criticism for exploiting Tyson's legacy while boosting his own brand. Some are even saying that this fight should have been classified, like Eric said, as an exhibition, not as an official bout. But I mean, is there any way that there's integrity left in celebrity boxing? And here's the real question. Was this a win-win? I mean, Tyson got paid, Paul boosted his reputation, and Netflix broke the bank. Or should Jake Paul feel slimy for stepping into the ring with someone who was 31 when he was born? What do you guys think?
I don't think that this did anything for Jake Paul, because everyone thinks this was fake. And I suppose there was some contract where Tyson wasn't allowed to uppercut him or some other stupid nuts.
That's
like
what
that.
DJ Hookit said. Yeah, I'm not sure how true that is, but that's what Hookit said.
But this was obviously a very, I didn't even watch the fight, to be honest with you, but it was very disappointing, very ridiculous, and very scripted seeming. Nobody got hurt. So I mean, I think they duped everybody out of their money. And I think it was a cash grab, to be honest with you. I don't think
no one got hurt. No one got knocked down. There wasn't really any drama in the fight outside of the opening.
Been on this spiritual journey lately. I honestly don't think he gives a shit about his boxing record. I think that's why he was like, yeah, $10 million. I feel like I almost died last year. I can add. I don't know how much net worth Tyson has now, but I know he has kids. His son was a part of it, doing some filming and some interviewing. I just don't think he gave a crap. I think he just wanted to get the money and leave more money to his family and call it a day. I didn't give a rat's ass about that record, because this fight was as fake as it gets.
At $20 million is a lot of money, especially at age 58. Eric, as someone who watched Tyson, in his prime live and on pay-per-view, and you saw how he actually moves in his prime, do you feel like he was holding back his punches in a way against Jake Paul?
He definitely wasn't holding no punches back. He definitely.
What do you mean he wasn't holding no punches back?
I mean, come on, bro. If you watch the fight, I watched it.
I watched
They
it.
was giving when he came out there with a knee brace on and they was putting icy hot on him before the fight even started. You knew it wasn't going to be much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you. I hope nobody was expecting prime Mike Tyson out there at 58 with a knee brace.
But he threw 98 punches in 8 rounds. Like you throwing 10 punches in 2 minutes? Like, come on.
I mean, they were 2-minute rounds. They weren't even 3-minute rounds. I mean,
yeah, but you could throw more than 10 punches. Like, are you crazy? What are you doing?
How many of those punches connected, Jason?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we're not even going into that.
12%. It was a nice payday for both of them. I think Mike got like 20. Jake Paul got like 40. You know what I mean? Jake Paul is never going to fight anybody that's anybody that can do any damage to him, because when he loses, his whole fame is over with. His whole, and which is crazy
because I feel like Mike Tyson was the draw for that fight, and he should have been the one getting the 40 million versus Jake getting the 20.
Oh honestly. Yeah, he definitely. Mike Tyson definitely was. You know how black folk are, man. When we love you forever. Unless you just do something just heinous that you just can't come back from.
Unless you
support Trump. You forever. Huh?
Unless you support Trump, then we don't.
Oh yeah. If you support Trump, you just out of there. You know what I mean? We even loved OJ at one point. Even when he beat the murder trial, we still loved OJ. You know what I mean? So it was a money grab. If anybody thought that was going to be a legit fight, or they was expecting a rock'em sock'em, they going toe to toe with each other, they were sadly mistaken. The undercards were actually better than the main event. The two undercards were actually good.
Dex, do you think Jake Paul needs to fight someone bigger, at least someone in the same age group, in order to gain back respect after this fight? Or is it just going to continue to be a pure money grab? Because you make $40 million in a fight. I feel like I'm kind of done fighting at that point.
If he wants to, I got to be honest with you. Boxing is not my thing. I only watched this because it was like Mike Tyson. Like Eric said, like you said, Mike Tyson was the draw. So I watched this to see Mike Tyson. And then when I watched it, I did see, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
Yeah, look at you.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Like when I watched that, I watched it, and it came on Friday night. So I watched wrestling, and then I turned it on, and the girls were starting to fight right after.
I mean, you didn't change the channel, basically. It was both wrestling. That's not a Serrano fight, but the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul thing was wrestling.
So when I watched the fight, the girls were going back and forth, and I was like, oh, this is really extreme. And at one point, the lady's eyelid was hanging off, and I said, yeah, after this fight, I'm done with boxing. This is not my thing. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy to sit up and watch boxing. These people were breaking each other's jaws. The girl's eyelid was hanging out with blood. I said, what the hell are they doing? Like, this is insane. I would never in a million years watch boxing again. I'm just not that guy. It's too aggressive for me. But then when Jake Paul came out, he came out to the Phil Collins. I can hear it coming in air tonight, which Mike Tyson performed in The Hangover, and then had the pigeons. And I said, this is amazing trolling. This is absolutely incredible trolling. And then I said, this fight is fake, because there's no way you would be fighting Mike Tyson and come out trolling. Like, that's what I would do, and come out like trolling or whatever if you know you have the potential to get your ass beat. Like, you're not going to do that. And then at 2 seconds into the fight, I realized, oh, this is fake. Like, they're hugging and kissing each other.
I guarantee you, Jake Paul will never fight anybody under 40. He know what he's doing. He
did lose. He has that one loss on his record to the one guy that he fought that was, a little bit talented. I can't even remember who it was. It was like somebody's brother. Like, it was.
Yeah, but if it's a high profile fight like this one, and I think I go with what Eric is saying. Like, he's gonna choose wisely, because if he would have lost this, I think it's done. You're done. Like, Mike Tyson's 100 years old and he beat you. Like, you're done for. But like, if you just go after people that maybe are lesser known, that even in the boxing world or in pop culture world, I think he'll be fine.
It was even a money grab for Mike Tyson, because if you heard the post game interview, Mike Tyson was like, "Oh, I'll fight your brother." He was like, "Oh yeah, give me 20 more million, I'll fight your brother."
And his brother said he was killing. But I saw something that Mike Tyson had filed for bankruptcy or something like that, or he was in debt at some point. So like, this also makes sense why he would have accepted only 20 million too, if that's true.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. All right. Let's move on. Sorry, one more question. $20 million good for a loss on a record. Is it worth it for you guys?
Well, Mike Tyson, he did an interview with a child and was like, "There's no such thing as legacy. I don't care about that." So he does not care.
Yeah, he don't. At this point, he don't care. He in it for the money. Hey, Mike Tyson got like 12 kids. He need the money, so he cool.
He not paying child support no more. I mean, he going.
Yeah, he got some babies.
Also, like, who's gonna say something to him about it though? Like, if if Mike Tyson came on this show and he said to us, like, "Y'all got something to say?" Like, I can't beat you. Like, I'm not Logan Paul, so like, or Jake Paul, so like, you got it. Like, nobody's going to challenge him on this.
The one thing I will give Mike Tyson, he looked like he was in he was in shape though. He looked like he was in shape though.
For 58, he looked pretty good. All right, let's move to hit it and quit. It's big news tonight. Kang gets his Coretta. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Martin Luther King. Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good just announced their engagement. They dropped the news at the Ebony Power 100 Gala. Fitting, since that's where they first met last year? In a unisex bathroom inside of the Ebony Power 100 Gala. Romantic or random? I'll let you decide. But here's what has everyone talking. Earlier this year, Majors referred to Meagan as his Coretta, as in Coretta Scott King, a bold declaration of love. And a lot to live up to. Either way, the couple is describing this as quote unquote their season of joy. Majors has been navigating some pretty intense legal troubles this year, so this engagement is turning a lot of heads. Here's the big question. Is this relationship, do you think this relationship is strong enough to last, or is it moving too fast under the pressure of Hollywood spotlight? And real talk, honestly, meeting in a bathroom, is that just peak romance or just a little too awkward for your taste? What do you guys think?
Look, I saw this thing the other day that says these people are going to come up with these think pieces, this, that, and the third. I don't want to be attacked by the internet. All I'll say is I hope that the two of them find the best plantation that money can buy and get married and enjoy their lives. Like, good luck.
Well,
Why
he's a plantation.
Well, that's what he wants.
What?
They'll jump the broom and
Ty, as a master of romance. Do you think meeting in the bathroom at Ebony's Power 100 is a way to find love? True love that's going to last.
And Todd, Jason forgot to add the part of meeting in the bathroom while you have a case of beating your ex-girlfriend's ass and multiple other people too. He forgot to add that part in there too. But
and you just left that other guy. She just left that one dude.
The pastor. Yeah. So add those sections in there too.
She had just rolled out
Devon Franklin.
They're a match in heaven, ain't they? Like she did. She was being all hype. She rolled out on the pastor, got her a new show. Was like, I'm done with his ass. Met this new one in the bathroom. He was done with his because he threw her out the car and beat her. They're a match made in heaven.
Good luck.
Chasing each other down the street.
But she did it the right way.
Yeah.
She didn't cheat. She didn't cheat on the pastor. She broke up the correct way, and she decided that she just wasn't feeling it. So, I mean, what's wrong with that?
And she ain't gonna be feeling that.
You beat me to the question, Dex, because I wanted to know: did she walk in the men's bathroom when he walked in the ladies' bathroom?
It was unisex. It was a unisex bathroom. They were unisex bathrooms.
Oh, okay. Like that. Like Dex said, you fighting for your life, fighting off a white woman case, and you in the bathroom with another chick. That's kind of sketchy. But
he did beat the case. He beat the case. So yeah.
I wish them the absolute
woman. We saw the video. Like
I want nothing but happiness for all people.
Kang and Coretta.
I mean, Jonathan Majors doing bad, bro. He can't even get a Tubi movie at this point. He doing bad, so he trying to hook up whatever. I guess she's the best thing smoking, so he gonna ride this one out.
Sure. Okay. NBA YoungBoy, one of rap's most streamed artists, has just been sentenced to 27 months in a Utah federal prison. Good God. My goodness. Utah of all places. As part of a plea deal in his federal prescription drug fraud case. The charges: identity fraud, forgery, and unlawful pharmacy conduct. Heavy stuff for only a 24-year-old who's been in jail now multiple times and has had a very lucrative career outside of jail, breaking records and dropping hits. Now, this isn't just all about the legal drama. The real question is, 27 months is a long time. It's 2 years and 3 months. Will NBA YoungBoy's career survive, that long behind bars? Hip hop fans have seen this before. Artists like Bobby Shmurda have struggled to regain their momentum after such substantial time away. So I'll leave this question to you guys. Is the NBA YoungBoy poised for a triumphant comeback, or could this mark the beginning of the end of NBA YoungBoy's career? What do you guys think?
You have really interesting takes. Because
taste? You said
taste?
taste?
Like, your questions are very interesting here.
Oh, okay.
You
Very
said,
beautiful.
will he still be relevant as a rapper after 27 months in jail at 24 years old?
Yeah.
But this man has 12 children. That's what we should focus on. Let's focus on these kids. Like, this man is in jail with 12 kids with 9 baby mothers, so he's undoubtedly paying child support. Are these kids going to survive when this man is in jail? That's what we should focus on.
So you're not worried about the career, you're worried about the children.
Look, the career is
one
what
of the
it is.
children has Floyd Mayweather as a grandfather, so that one's fine. We don't have to worry about that one. Okay,
It's 11
That
other ones though.
Like,
Right.
is Floyd gonna help the other one?
He still has
Right.
money. Like, they don't steal your money when you go to jail. You still have money. You just gotta go to jail.
But you know the profile. He gonna do a jail phone album over the phone
Oh,
while
for
he in
sure.
jail.
I'm
You know
sure
what
he
I'm
has
saying?
albums lined up already
Oh, yeah.
for the stint.
It's-
He's
I mean, he was hot on YouTube, so you know. What I mean?
he's been hot because he releases music at an incredible clip.
Well,
So-
can we get 12 albums recorded? Well, I guess 11 albums recorded so that these kids could live. Let's do that. Let's focus on getting the music out for the babies.
We wish NBA YoungBoy the absolute
I
best.
don't wish him absolutely anything.
What do you mean?
Children. That's what I wish. This man has a broomstick tattooed on the side of his face. I don't wish him a thing.
Ty, do you think YoungBoy is going to be able to? I don't think that's a broomstick. I think that's a shovel.
Oh, even better.
He'd be burying niggas.
It's about burying people. That is a shovel, a dirt shovel to be more specific.
Allegedly, it's a shovel. We don't.
He
Maybe it's a
was-
spatula.
He didn't stay re-at.
Maybe it's a spatula. Maybe it's a pizza flipper. Pizza. A little pizza tray.
Nah, he looking heavy as hell. But I don't know what type of rap does he do. Is he like one of them drill rappers? Because I was rapping.
You ain't never heard NBA YoungBoy?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's diabolical. High energy. Low
the
He's the
kids
key.
love
type of music that
kids love YoungBoy.
Yeah.
he has the type of music that a 24-year-old with 12 kids would have.
Yeah,
Like, just
it's-
imagine what that
it's-
sounds like. That's what it is.
If I could describe it in one term, live fast, die young. That is NBA YoungBoy music right there. Live
never
fast,
broke, never broke
die
again.
young. He will never be broke again. Okay, he's trying
Yeah.
everything, including
But I think-
prescription drug fraud. Clearly.
Yeah, I think he can survive them 27 months. I think he can, man. Like I said, he's gonna do a jail album over the phone. He got his YouTube popping. He gonna be all right. But hey, if all else fails, man, he can always fight Jake Paul on Netflix and get a couple hours when he come for the
100%.
shit.
And lose.
Look, this is about the age Soulja Boy fell off, so it's possible that he just might not ever come back. So, we'll see. Again, YoungBoy, we'll pray for you and your success. Speaking of prayer, we have our final look at Sean Diddy Combs for 2024. It's been a whirlwind of allegations, legal drama, and controversy. And even as the year wraps up, the headlines just keep coming in. So let's dive into the latest developments in what has been a relentless saga for the former hip hop mogul. First up, a story that sounds like a straight out of a movie. In Shyne's Hulu documentary, The Honorable Shyne, which you can find now again on Hulu, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, claims Diddy performed a bird sacrifice in Central Park on the day of his 1999 shooting trial verdict, the one that Shyne ended up going to jail for. Deal alleges that a mysterious man prayed over Diddy, handed him a white bird, and then instructed him to toss the bird in the air. The man says the bird fell lifeless after the toss, and according to Deal, Diddy walked away without a word. Birth sacrifice.
Remember this time before he went to jail, he was in Central Park too, so he's probably looking for that man again.
Next, Shyne has something else to say about Diddy. He says that when he went to jail, that Diddy just gave him $50,000 for 10 years being in jail, nearly a decade. Well, not quite 10 years, nearly a decade in jail for the 1999 nightclub shooting. But he also shared the shocking part behind his time in bars. According to Shyne, during a surprise visit from Diddy at Rikers Island, he tried to spit in Diddy's face. Shyne said the visit was unexpected and his resentment towards Diddy had reached a boiling point because Diddy basically threw him under the bus in the trial. Fast forward to 2012, after Shyne was relieved, he expected a significant payday considering the role he played in protecting Diddy's career during the trial. Instead, Shyne says he got what felt like a slap in the face in just $50,000. And finally, Diddy's most pressing legal challenge at the moment, his ongoing federal trial. Prosecutors are now accusing him of tampering with the jury from behind bars. Allegedly, Diddy has used unauthorized phone calls, social media campaigns, and even intimidation tactics to sway public perception and to silence his witnesses. Federal prosecutors say that Diddy's carefully orchestrated PR moves, including a campaign around his birthday, were designed to influence jurors. Meanwhile, allegations of blackmail against potential witnesses add another layer of drama to the case. So as we wrap up the year, I guess I have to ask, are these tactics any more damaging to Diddy's legacy? And is his legacy beyond repair at this point? Or is this just a celebrity using his resources, including commissary, to get people to do what he needs to get done?
Yeah, of course, Diddy going to use any tactic he can, man. His life on the line, and of course, if I was Shyne, I'd be mad too if you break that $50,000 down over 10 years. He just paid his commissary. He just put money on his books. That's why Shyne's so mad. He just made sure he had plenty of toilet paper and toothpaste. That's all. So I'd be upset with that too. And of
Dex,
course,
do you think the Shyne comment? Sorry, Eric. Do you think the Shyne comment, Dex, is just Shyne talking after Diddy's already in jail? Because he didn't have nothing to say about this for the last 15 years.
Nothing. And I know you was at the Bad Boy studio begging for money, and he wouldn't give you it. Like, you should have said something then. At the end of the day, if you went to jail for 10 years for another man, like, deal with it. It's over with now. Like, you get nothing out of me. But I will say though, I think the Shyne comments, and I think the bodyguard talking. And even this new case that they're bringing in, they said they have men in the jail cells fighting each other to make up Diddy's bed.
Yeah,
and like giving him their phone cards or whatever so that he can make calls. So like you're not even calling your mom or your baby mama or whatever because you letting Diddy call and try to get himself out of jail. Like, are y'all crazy? But I think though that stories like this have to stop because truthfully, even just look at what you just did, right? Every story you just told is just like allegations and stuff that's coming out or new information, but none of this stuff has anything to do with these victims. And I think that for me, at least, like we're forgetting that he's actually in jail for a specific purpose. And the more these stories come out about him sacrificing birds and about people fighting and Shyne and all this stuff like that, it distracts from like the actual purpose of why this man is in jail. And the more that happens, the more that trial is going to come around and people will be like, it's Diddy, let him out. Or Trump might let him out.
Okay. I don't, maybe, perhaps. Ty, any worse for Diddy, or is he just beyond, reproof?
I don't think his reputation is going to survive any of this. Even if he doesn't go to jail, I think he'll have to go hop on his island and continue to steal money from the artist that he stole.
I mean, because at the end of the day, the video came out with Cassie, like, so we've seen it. Like, you can't. You don't have to be convicted at that point.
You can go on a redemption tour for that.
I don't know though. Yeah, I really do feel like if Diddy was released from jail, like I know we've evolved as people in a sense, but like just remember, R. Kelly was on video having sex with a minor. He got out of jail, and literally everybody who we think should have shunned him did music videos and tours and songs with him. And
I'm
also,
not going to excuse it, but that was also 21 years ago.
I get that. I hear that. But also, do you think about it though? Some of those same players are connected with Diddy now and have yet to speak out. The last time we had a person speak out about the Diddy thing, it was Busta Rhymes, and he was like, well, just let justice play his part. So if they go and they be like, oh, he's innocent, I think these same people will be like, welcome home, Diddy. I don't think there's going to be backlash from it. I think we may have it, but we look crazy doing it because other people are going to be playing his music like they still are and supporting him.
Eric, do you see it the same way? Because, look, we got the Baby Old story now. Of course, we have the Cassie video. We have Ray J saying that he wouldn't even dap Diddy up anymore. It is 2024. I don't think that this would go away in the same way R. Kelly would. Do you think?
Nah. I don't go away. It's just too much. Like every other day is something coming out. The baby oil, him taking people butts. It's just
not even the baby oil, the
video.
drug laced baby oil.
Yeah,
because that's another thing that we learned might be a possibility.
Yeah, I don't think Diddy will have a redemption story. I really don't. He would have to have like.
Innocent? What if they find him innocent?
There's
like
no
way.
way. I'm not gonna say there's no way because I said there was no way Trump was getting reelected. And
if the jury finds him innocent, you think that people would be like, we're done with him still?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah.
Because he was barely holding on. Like, I mean,
I don't think Diddy has a redemption story at all. I think he's
like, what did he have? He had that one hit a couple of years ago, and that was like his first hit.
Diddy's album, that last album he just came out, was a critically acclaimed album.
It was nominated for a Grammy. You're right.
It was nominated for a Grammy. The man just got the key to the city. Like, what are we talking about here?
He took that back.
But both him and the person who gave him that key to the city are both, have like little charges against them.
But we'll see. I mean, and I know you did say it's 2024, so things are totally different now. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump did some of the same exact stuff that Diddy's accused of doing, and he's the president of the United States. People don't care as much. The moral compass in this country is.
But Donald Trump ain't a black man.
Exactly. I actually could have did it this way too because I'm basically.
You could have done it either way. It wouldn't even matter.
I got a question. I got a question.
It's effective when
I do it. Part of the show where you Q, we A, you throw us a question, we give you an answer. All right, today is Thanksgiving cringe. I know my brother's girlfriend.
Thanksgiving is coming up. This is our last show before Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving's next week. All right, hey bro,
next
talk live.
Thursday. Get your stomachs ready.
Hey bro, talk live. I'm stuck in the most awkward situation of my life, and Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet. My brother just texted me a picture of the girl he's bringing to dinner, his new serious girlfriend. He wants the family to meet. The problem, I immediately recognize her because I sent her nudes before. Here's the context. A few months back, I shot my shot on Instagram after seeing her pop up on my Explore page. I slid into her DMs, and I got bold, sent a couple of artsy pictures, thinking I had a chance. She never replied, not even a like, just total silence. Now she's about to walk through the door as my brother's girlfriend, and I feel like I'm sitting on a ticking time bomb. Do I tell him before Thanksgiving so he's not blindsided, or just pray she doesn't bring it up and play it cool? What's the move here? Damage control or denial? Because I'm not sure I can pass the gravy without dying of embarrassment. Jesus. Hey, I think you just be honest. Like, look, your girlfriend looks familiar to me. I don't know her. We never messed with each other before, but I did shoot my shot. She shot me down. You won, brother. Give him a handshake and pass the gravy.
Oh wow. I don't think you say anything because it's very unlikely that she recognizes you, because unless you're going to be there pantless.
She didn't reply to him, but she passed those pictures around to her friend like this.
Right, but she didn't pass your face around. Like she's not passing the face.
Yes, she did. Jason,
I guess it depends on what angle you took the picture at.
She screenshot him and called him all
screenshot his page and she sent it around. Like, yeah.
When she finds out that that's her boyfriend's brother,
so you think she's gonna recognize the person's face?
Yeah, sure.
She'll recognize him.
It's not like he's showing
No.
up with no pants on. Like he's gonna have pants
No.
on. How would you recognize him?
She's laughing
No,
at that way too much. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess the when he says artsy picked, I mean, I guess that was the D pick she picked. She looked at and she was like, "Oh nah, I ain't messing with that." I mean, he needs to be thankful that she didn't be like, "Well, I guess it might be hereditary." You know what I mean? That she actually messed with his brother. After that, after being disappointed in the artsy pick that he sent and she didn't, and she still gave his brother a shot. So his brother shouldn't be mad at all. He should be like,
maybe she hasn't seen the brother yet, so maybe that's also a portion of the confidence.
That may help her out too. It may, she might look abandon ship.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know if that's something I would admit, because at the end, like you said, you're gonna have to chalk it up and say you got it, but I didn't.
Right. That's my brother though. Like if my brother, if I was like being a freak on the internet and my brother brings home the girl, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what's her name? Remember I told you about that?
See, but then you might ruin a relationship with her and your brother.
I don't give a. That's my brother.
Because
you don't want to be happy.
I'd rather ruin their relationship than ruin.
Why am I keeping a weird secret from my brother? That's weird.
I don't even think it's that serious, to be honest with you. I
don't think it's serious. I won't even bring it up.
I think it's a bit serious because I don't think your in-laws or your brother's girlfriend's boyfriend, sister's boyfriend, whatever, should have seen you naked. I think that's really inappropriate, and I think that needs to be addressed.
Trust.
She was there. I didn't tell you. The girl you was dating.
She knows that that's his brother, because I'm pretty sure, like most women, they nosy. They gonna see
no way she knows. You know how I would do it? I would read her. And if she walked in the room and I say hello, I would read her face when she either shakes my hand or says hello back, because that would tell me if I need to then spill the beans. I'm going to take it a second at a time, because she's not going to tell him at the dinner table, your brother sent me dick pics. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, she's going to tell him after dinner. So I do have a little time. I have a buffer where I can text him and say, hey, bro, I didn't know this, but what had happened was. So I can tell that, though, after I meet the girl. I'm not going to tell you, though, until I see her and see her reaction to seeing me.
So just curious, Jason, if we're in college together, you and I went to college together. If I say to you, I'm interested in this girl, we're going to talk, and you've done this to her, you wouldn't tell me that you did that?
If it's a specific thing, no, I probably would. No, I would read it. I would do a zone read. It would be a read option. And Eric, you know what I'm talking about. It'd be a read option. At the match point, I'm making a decision. I'm making a decision in the moment. I'm making a decision. I'm either pulling it or I'm throwing it. Like, that's it.
To me, like, I don't know why I would withhold that information.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ty. Like, I would be upset with you if you did that and I found out later and, like, you didn't tell me that you did that.
No.
I mean, I didn't know.
I didn't recognize it. That's what I'm gonna say. Look, I didn't know that was the girl. She didn't look familiar to me when I saw that picture.
So what I'm saying, Dex, what's the conversation between you and your brother? You be like, look, bro, all right, I'm coming clean. I sent her a D pic, bro. You know what I mean? That was it.
Yes. Nothing happened. Just clear the air. Nothing happened. I don't want this to come up from somewhere else or whatever. I want to come to you.
Clear the air. I've been like, that's your girl. I'm like, I sent her a D pic a couple months ago.
Nah, I'm not doing that, because I'm not trying to break up a happy home.
Now, if you do it like that, then we got a problem. Like, you need to let me know that she didn't reply to it. She didn't respond to it.
Like, well, for real? I'd be like, no, she didn't respond, but yeah, that's her.
I'm not trying to break up a happy home, though. Like, that's not my responsibility.
They're random as hell. They're gonna break up anyway.
You don't know that. Like, they could get married. I mean, if they do get married, it would be super awkward, though.
Hello.
You've seen the Family Jewels. That's all.
Look,
right. Then the girl's gonna be like, "Where's the dad at? I want to see what he got too." I've seen everybody else.
Too much.
All right, if you guys have questions, hit us up at brotalklive.com/questions. Jason.
So press record and let you feel me.
Am I a jerk for waiting for you to say Jason before I was going to play that?
No, I feel like that's a part of the shtick.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, because I wasn't going to hit it. It wasn't getting hit. All right, today's category is go. Green means go. So these are various variations of the term to go. This first one happens at a hibachi restaurant where a man just tells himself, look, risk, not worth it, I'm going. Oh, sorry. I don't know.
The lyrical marvel, you don't jump from off. Watch yourself. Fuck around and get beside you.
He said, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Oh, I know where he was just at.
Which one?
Prison.
Prison?
Yeah, he's fresh out of prison. Because you know when people got out of jail, you want to take them to hibachi for the first time. He like, oh, shit.
He ain't never experienced it before.
Ain't never seen that before.
The lyrical marvel, you don't jump from off. Watch yourself. Fuck around and get beside you.
Hey, Dex, he do look kind of like Big Meech, don't he?
Don't he?
He was real hungry. You saw he had that spoon, he had that elbow up. Digging that
Fresh
food.
out.
The lyrical marvel, you don't jump from off. Watch yourself. Fuck around and get beside you.
Got the hell out of there.
Something like that.
Long way from the oodles and noodles you used to.
They got real fire. All right. Next up, we got what's this one? Let's do clown car. Clown car.
Why don't you get in the position of your driver's seat and go?
I can't see you, what I'm trying to tell you.
Just get in your driver's seat and go.
Shut up, man. Come on, David, God, get there.
What's going on?
What was that? What?
I'm not picking that one, so you can just move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you know it's sad when your 42-year-old son had to get out the car and be like, hey, my dad can't see you. You know what I'm saying? You don't get your black socks wearing ass back in the car.
Yo, Tommy tries so hard not to laugh. I could see it in your eyebrows, Tom. When you're fighting. Fighting.
And the video was good until that boy got out the car.
Why don't you get in the position of your driver's seat and go?
I can't see you, what I'm trying to tell you.
Just get in your driver's seat and go.
Shut up, man. Come on, David, God, get there.
What's going on?
Come on, David. Get the F in here.
I bet you if he didn't call David off, David would have
I
had
was about to say, I
David
think-
was his
I don't let David loose.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, David look like he's ready to get physical.
Mm-hmm.
That David was about to do some damage. That motorcycle wouldn't work. Your arm wouldn't work. David was about to go ham. Okay.
David was about to get physical out there.
Dave was ready. He like
He was like, hey. He was gonna take them sunglasses off. He's gonna be like, hey.
That's what he did.
David was about to say nothing. He's about to just go to work.
What do you look like? What do you
Missed it.
David?
And wait, and one more thing though. So the man, you couldn't see the motorcycle behind you, but you just knew David was out of that car. He wasn't even in the car yet. He knew David was out of the car.
No, because he got back in the car. He said, "What the hell is David at?" David's ass is off.
I don't got another round of David. I don't have the lawyers. I don't got time to call up David's lawyers again.
Yeah. By the time Pops got back in the car, David was in there like, oh, we got action. He got out of the car. He was like,
David be looking for trouble.
We got action.
All right, next up, we got get on or get off.
Who fucking cares? Yes. So either I can help you up, then fuck off. No. Fuck off. No, seriously. How about you shut the fuck up and get off? If you're not going to accept the help from the driver, he came here and helped you already. You didn't want his fucking help. So fuck off. Fuck off. Seriously. In or out? The rest of it, I have fucking places to go. I have a fucking hospital appointment to get to. I need to get to the fucking hospital, okay? So either get the fuck on or get off. Get on or get off.
Okay, we call the police, no problem.
Okay, let's go.
We call the police, sir. We call the police.
There you go.
Thank you. You're an asshole.
You're the bigger asshole.
He told the driver, you're an asshole.
That man literally started. Maybe they didn't. Maybe the recording started late, but immediately cursing this woman out. I don't want you to help me cross the street, let alone get on this bus. No,
she had probably been standing there, Dex, for 15 minutes. Like, that's what the problem is.
No,
He was late for his appointment. Yeah.
They had the ramp down. They couldn't move anywhere because she's sitting on a ramp. These people had places to go. She needed to get out the way. Nervous. The driver tried to help her. She didn't want the help, as the guy said.
Yes,
Either
because
on
I'm
or
able
off.
to do this on my own.
Then get on.
But did you
In
notice
theory.
the guy that cut? But did you notice the guy that cussed her out didn't even get on the goddamn bus? Or
No,
train,
we did
whatever
not
that
walk away. Yes, I
was?
did
Walked
notice
away.
that.
Like you did all of that, you didn't even get on the bus or the train. Like at this, like what was the point?
He's what they call an enforcer. He's just over there enforcing.
You need that bus to move. He's getting on the next bus.
Exactly. He ain't got. That's not his bus. He's just waiting for that bus to get out the way so he can get on his damn bus. He gotta get to the
He
damn
just wanted to
doctor.
argue with that lady. That's what he wanted.
He
to
told you he had to get to the doctors. He don't got time for this.
But he didn't get on the bus though.
It wasn't his route.
No, not that one. That was the L line.
No,
He was the
he was
piece.
like, "Oh shit, that ain't even my bus. My bad."
And last but not least, let's go. Let's get it.
Bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me because I'm not the one nor the two. You're not the one or the two. Let's go. You ain't got shit done. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Name my ticket. Speaking on me for nothing.
Like I said, keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch.
Keep my name out your mouth because mine is always in yours for some reason.
No, some reason.
It
Back
always
the fuck
is.
out of
That's
here.
what's in my mouth.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here before I slap the shit out of
You're
you.
not gonna smack shit.
Try me.
You think you're
Can't
fucking tough? I'm not
try
sure.
me. Try me, can't keep up. I be done drop kicked your ass. Fuck out of here, you dirty bitch.
I'm not dirty.
Yes, you are. Fuck out of here. You and your raggedy ass fucking bitch. Fuck out of here. Go suck a dick. Like I said what I said. And I said what I said. Please step to me like you want it.
Wait, whoa. You know, hey, look, we all been in the airport. You know, Spirit airline workers are just like Waffle House workers, overworked and underpaid. So she ain't taking no shit off of nobody. She like, I'm getting off in 15 minutes, bitch, and you better hurry up.
Eric, which airport? Eric, which airport is that? BWI, Atlanta. Which one is it?
That's any airport in America, boy. You know how Spirit workers get down.
But they was very black. It's very black. I feel like that was either BWI or Hartfield, Atlanta.
Yeah,
that's one of those two.
That is just like
that might have been Philly.
Yeah, that is just like Friday night at the Waffle House, boy. You know what you don't know what you gonna get dealing with that, man.
Or Tuesday
Spirit
afternoon.
workers gonna be playing. Hey, look, you know the Spirit workers they hire felons, so they ain't playing no games.
I saw that this week that Spirit filed for bankruptcy, and people were like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Case in point."
Unfortunately,
the employees are beating up each other. Of course, they're gonna file for bankruptcy. Nothing's getting done.
Yeah,
but that lady was light on her feet. She already knocked you down with that little bump. You were still trying to fight. She was going to tear you up.
She went over to turn her back.
To the other side of that room, of the other side, and never came back over. She knew what time it was.
And she know not to play with her. But that prison haircut that lady had, boy, she ain't want no parts of that lady. That bold haircut she had, boy, she ain't want to play with that lady at all. She was like, oh,
you think she just got out?
Hell yeah, she was like, I ain't messing with you, baby D. I'm up out of here.
How long she was in for?
In order to, you didn't leave that alone. They crazy. Just
yeah, boy.
Yeah. If somebody bumps you with their stomach and you fall over, you should really just call it a day. Don't fight no more.
She look, if y'all know, she took that chest bump and kept it moving. She was like, yeah,
she knew what time it was.
Yeah, she was like, she gonna beat up a moving target today. She was like,
that lady turned you into luggage. Threw you on the luggage belt. Like, leave that woman alone.
She immediately went to the Tyler Perry script writing camp and she started repeating what the woman was saying to her. She's like, "You always got your name in my voice. It seems like you always got your name in my mouth." She just started repeating everything that lady said. Yeah, she was
across the room when she was saying that shit.
Yeah.
She ain't want no parts.
In between them.
Eric, how long you think her sentence was? that she got out of jail for?
Yeah, she did a good 10 to 15 years. She was stressed. She was
know
stressed out.
something ain't right if you get up in the morning, you just go to work, you do not care what your hair looks like. You just don't care.
She cared. Dex, she cared because she gelled down the middle part.
No, there was no middle part. It just wasn't
gel.
there.
It was. She had a little
It
part
was
there in the middle where she kind of split it.
You know what I found funny about the video is she was still working when she was cursing that lady out.
Yeah.
She was typing in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ty. That's late night at the Waffle House, boy. You know how they get down, man. They was cussing and fussing. She ain't caring about that.
Her little fight didn't hold her line up.
No.
Oh, it wasn't going to. It wasn't going to. Here's what Ty was talking about.
Bitch, don't play with me. Do not. I'm not the one of the two, bitch. You tried me 2 times. I want you to do it a third.
Typing in that reservation.
That's what I'm saying. She ain't even stopped working. She cussed out while she was still working. She was like, next.
In that fight. Her head not even turned. Look at right there.
Maneuvering that mouse.
Not mad at it.
Can't be. All right, which one moves on? Which clip?
That one?
That one?
That one.
That's the award. She gonna win.
Okay. All right. So not get on and get off. Not get on the train, lady. Not that one. And not not David. Not David coming rolling out. You know, David was trying to get physical though, but he called him.
Tried to, but she did. Yeah. Like she handled it.
All right. The handler. That's what we're gonna go with for the Bro Talk. The last entry into the Bro Talk Awards. Again, Bro Talk Awards, December 10th, 2024. Dex, you have a Dexter Does It or no? Terrible.
And our last seats of the year. Y'all actually have seats today?
This is Eric's first time doing seats, so this will be fun. Eric, I hope you have a seat prepared. People that you want to just, give a seat to.
Well, yeah, I got a seat. You kind of like stole my seat from the first segment. My seat was going to be about them goddamn Mexicans across the street that we need to deport out of here. You know what I mean? But yeah,
tired with the vote. I forgot.
That's my seat
off the
for
show.
the day.
With great offense.
Okay. I gave my seat at the top of the show. So that's my seat. Them 25 Mexicans living in.
We understand. We get it. We understand.
We understand. We get it. I mean, we can't. This show is censored.
We've lost communities in the past. Not any fault to you. But this is why we're so sensitive.
I think this is the first time we lost that community.
Maybe not. I think they were one of the first. The first time.
That was on the show.
And look, it's not. Again, this is not. This is just Eric's viewpoint. And it is. We invite all viewpoints on the show. It's just he just happened to have this one from a personal experience on today. So my seat
experience, Jason, your seat.
Yeah, my seat is going to go to what's his face, the UFC fighter John Jones. And this is someone that I was actually rooting for. So John Jones, the black UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Who has had multiple problems with drugs, multiple problems with other suspensions in the UFC, has had to vacate his title a few times and all that jazz. But he's back, and now he's a super Christian. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being super Christian, because who doesn't love Jesus? But you become super Christian to the point to where it's a caricature, and you start identifying with the caricature portion of it and not necessarily with the relational portion of it. So after John Jones had his fight, he beat this 42-year-old guy, I can't even think, Miocic. He beat Miocic on Saturday. And afterwards, he decided to dedicate his win to Donald Trump. He did the Trump dance. He went over to give Trump his title belt and said he's proud to not only be an American, but to be a Christian and all this stuff. And Elon Musk has recently suddenly espoused to be Christian as well within the last year. Before had never even identified as such, but suddenly because you need people's votes and you're trying to rule the world with your evilness, you're going to hop on Christianity. So I just think that it's very disingenuous and it's stupid to align your Christianity with a certain movement outside of church, because at the end of the day, church isn't politics and you should really stay away from that stuff. And John, I know that you've been hit in the head a few times as a UFC fighter, but you should be old enough to recognize when you're being played, and you're being played. And everyone that's associating their relationship with Christ with Donald Trump is being paid. So I'm being played. So I want you guys to all know that you look foolish in the light, and seek help, because there's a lot of ways to see this coming, and everyone shouldn't be as gullible as you to suddenly equate Donald Trump with somehow meaning godliness, because the two do not mix or equate. That's all I have to say about that.
That was a really good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Donald Trump equals godliness.
Like, since when does that make sense?
Let them tell it. Let them tell it.
The Antichrist, right? Isn't that what the Antichrist?
Yeah, pretty much. Dex, you got a seat there?
I do. This is a seat that I'm going to probably be giving out for quite some time now, but I just have to give another seat to the Dallas Cowboys, who are 3-7. And yesterday they just completed their 5-game losing streak, 5 losses in a row. Now, granted, the Texans are like 7-3 or something like that. So like, they're not a team that I thought 7-4, and there's not a team that I thought that they would beat anyway, but like just getting blown out week after week. It's just like literally embarrassing at this point to be a Cowboys fan. But I'll still stay on this bandwagon for quite some time. But every single week that I'm able to give you guys a seat, I'm going to give you a seat, because what are we doing?
And they were expected to make the playoffs this year. I mean, not necessarily win, but make the playoffs. So it's a little.
And who do we have next? We have the Commanders next. We'll see how that works out. And then on Thanksgiving, we'll win that Thanksgiving game, though. I will say this: as terrible as the Cowboys are this season, they will always beat the Giants. And that is actually one of the 3 wins that they do have this season against the Giants. And they will beat them again on Thanksgiving. The Commanders, I don't know.
The only thing we need to be talking about in Texas is the Texans, who will be playing on Christmas.
Oh, and that's
the Baltimore Ravens, and have Beyonce, right, Eric, performing for halftime.
Yeah, we should get that W.
And we 3-0 on Beyonce performance, by the way, 3-0.
One more seat though to the Texans, and also like the Eagles too. Like, I understand, and I will give a seat to the Cowboys because they've been playing terrible this season. But like, when these teams beat the Cowboys, like, they really act like it's the Super Bowl. Like, the Texans have been talking about their win over the Cowboys all day long. Like, it's literally been tweet after tweet after tweet all day long. The Eagles and their fans, they do the same thing, because you beat a team that like is terrible this season. This is not your Super Bowl.
But y'all don't got no excuse to be terrible. Y'all make the most.
No excuse well, we have Jared Jones. No excuse really whatsoever. However, when you beat this team that everybody else is beat, just like you go to a school and you want to be a bully and you beat up the person that everybody beats up. I mean, did you really accomplish anything?
Yeah, but you beat up the rich kid that everybody beats up. You're still rich.
So you're a hater.
Yeah, basically.
And that's how it comes with the Texans, the Eagles, y'all haters.
I feel that. Shout out to the Ravens, Eric. I'm so happy that we get Beyonce once again. You know, we don't lose one.
She'll run that terrible album that nobody cares about.
Yeah, but just look. Can I just say this one thing? Look, let me rephrase this. I like Mexican. I like Mexican people. I like tacos. I like Mexican people. I like tacos. I just don't like those 25 people that live across the street from my house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So maybe I need to rephrase that. So we can get the Mexican.
Let's just make sure. Can we also confirm that they're indeed Mexican and not just Latino or Hispanic?
Mexican, Guatemalan.
Okay, we're done. All right. So for Ty, for Dex,
they all eat rice and beans.
We really appreciate you guys tuning in this season. Don't forget do not leave us. Although this is the last regular episode, we have the nomination special and the Bro Talk Awards to get through if YouTube doesn't ban us first. We really appreciate you guys tuning in this season. It's been a very fruitful season for us all. And we will see you guys on December 3rd for the nominations. And don't forget, we'll be starting voting as well on December 3rd for the Bro Talk Awards. So head on over to brotalklive.com. Then set a little calendar reminder. But we'll be tweeting all of this out, tweeting Black Skying, because we are on Black Sky or Blue Sky. I call it Black Sky because the black portion of that is called Black Sky. We are on Blue Sky. We're on Twitter. We are also on TikTok, Instagram as well. We'll be posting all of our information as far as when the awards will air. Again, December 10th will be the award show for that. All right. Don't forget to follow us on those platforms as I mentioned, and wish Will the absolute best. And he'll be with us for the awards as well. For Ty, for Eric, for Dex, for Bill, my name is Jason. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live, and we will see you guys